Hey everyone, quick question for you. Did you get hit in the face with a hockey puck this week? If you answered no, then you had a better week than I did. On Monday, I was playing noon hockey and a guy took a shot and I stuck my stick down and he took his shot and I deflected it right up into my mouth. It's starting to heal now, but it bled a lot. And I loosened a bunch of teeth in here. If I didn't have a mouth guard in, I would have knocked them right out. I couldn't eat for a couple of days, hardly. I could barely talk. But that seems fine now. It's getting better. I think I'm going to be okay for Sunday. So here is what we're going to talk about this Sunday, assuming I can be there. I've had a strange thing happen as I've watched YouTube videos recently, and that is that I get French commercials. I don't know why that is. For some reason, all of a sudden, I keep getting all these French commercials, and surprise, I don't understand much of it. Like, I can watch a 30-second commercial, and I'll pick up 2 or 3 words, but that's about it. I understand very little, and so I don't get much out of it. The topic we're going to talk about this Sunday is very much like that, I think. We're going to talk about giving. And I think most people don't understand giving at all. They understand giving about as much as they understand French or some other foreign language. We understand a little bit about it. We get a tiny part, but there is a vast amount of it that we just don't understand. And that's exactly Paul's point in Philippians chapter 4. In Philippians chapter 4, Paul talks about a gift that the Philippian church sent to him, and he's really thankful for the gift. He's glad they've been kind. But he is more concerned that they understand what they've done. Because they have done a couple of things that are not obvious, but are really, really important. We will never understand giving properly until we understand these 3 things about it. And so this Sunday, we're going to talk about the 3 most misunderstood things about giving. The sermon is called An Invitation to Generosity: What Happens When We Take Giving Seriously. I've spoken about money very little around here over the last 30 years, and that's probably been a mistake. We need to be disciples in all parts of our lives, and that includes giving as well. So this Sunday from Philippians 4, An Invitation to Generosity, we're going to learn something about giving that you may not yet understand, but really need to know. Then in our Bible study, we're still in 2 Samuel chapters 2 to 4. I told you last week that I had entitled that section, Things Get Messy, because there's just all kinds of battles and fights and people moving here and going there and new people introduced and people leaving and people getting killed. And it's just not an easy section to teach. It's not an easy section to find things in it that are useful to us. But there are some things. And so my encouragement to you this week is just go and read 2 Samuel from chapter 2 to chapter 4 and just look for the things you think are important. And then we're going to go through and pick out some highlights. And we're going to talk about some of the problems David faced as he went to take the throne. Just because you're doing the thing God wants you to do doesn't always mean it's going to be easy, and that's exactly what David shows us. Don't become discouraged because things are a fight sometimes. Sometimes you've got to fight to get to the place where you're supposed to be. Things get messy. 2 Samuel chapters 2 to 4, that's going to be our Bible study on Sunday morning. I'll remind you once again, as always, we are serving lunch at noon. I think last week a bunch of us stayed till almost 2 o'clock and only had to leave because we had other appointments. So it's just a really nice time to catch up with people and get to know people better. So please bring enough food for your family and one other so we can invite people to stay. Simple stuff, sandwiches, chips, vegetables, desserts, whatever you like. Just something simple. I'm excited about this Sunday. I'm looking forward to seeing you there. See you then.